organism which remains alive and well in a world that is suffering in sin. This world that we are living in now is a world in which those of us that have reached this tender age of what we call senior citizenship. Amen. We look at this world as a world that is suffering with a sickness called sin. And you do know that sin is a sickness. It's a disease, but it is a sickness. And Jesus has made it very clear that his church must be a healing station for those that are stained with the leprosy of evil, and for those who are marked by the scars of incorruption or corruption. For even now, we have gotten that crazed man out of the White House. His name was President Donald Trump. Amen. After he has gotten out of the White House, you can see just how bad off this world really is. For we are living in a degenerate world that is filled with vice and immorality. Amen. And Christ here is commanding us, those that are his disciples. He commands us here in Mark chapter number 16 to get up from where we are and go out into a world and preach to the world the gospel of Jesus. That's all I've said in Mark chapter 16, is that Christ is commanding us that are his disciples to get up from where we are, get up off of our sanctified do nothing, off of these cushion pews, and go out into a world and tell the world about a man named Jesus. Amen. This is a militant, challenging, and obligatory command.
Amen.
Let me say that again. It's militant. It's challenging. It's obligatory. You know what that means. It has obligations. There is responsibilities.
All right.
He tells us not only where to go, but Brother Chairman, he tells us what we got to do. Amen. It's inclusive.
Amen.
It's burning with urgency. And it involves every born-again child of God.
All right.
For in this command that he gives us in Mark chapter 16, he gives us the only hope for the world. Amen. Let me say that again. He gives us a command. Now, let me preface this right now. This is not just for the preacher.
All right.
This is not for just the deacons.
Come on.
You know, because they do tell us, Brother Chairman, that the preacher got to preach. Yes, he does. He got to teach.
Amen.
He got to discipline.
All right.
But the reality is that sheep get sheep.
Right.
Our responsibility is that when you bring the sheep in, our responsibility is to teach them.
Amen.
Is to feed them.
All right.
Amen, somebody. See, for far too long, we put all the weight on the preacher.
Come on.
If the church is good, we love our pastor. Don't mess with us as pastor. But when folk begin to walk in and out of the door, first thing go is to say there's something wrong with that preacher. Listen, ain't nothing wrong with the preacher. Because here is the reality. Listen, all of us up in here struggling with something.
Come on, preach.
Let me say that again. Everybody from the pulpit to the back door is struggling with something.
All right.
We ain't perfect. Don't care how many times how many of these, what we call these professional acronyms we get in front of our names. How many degrees we got hanging on our wall. Listen, you know what I learned a long time ago? That a degree is good for two things. To hang on your wall and turn the other.
Amen.
What good is a degree if I don't know how to talk to somebody?
Come on.
What good is the degree I get if people can't talk to me? They got to address me as bishop, apostle, missionary, prophetess this and prophetess that. Listen. The only thing God gonna tell you in the end is two things. Depart from me, or he gonna tell you, well done, thy good and faithful servant. Now, look, I'm just talking about what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about nobody. I'm just talking about what I'm talking about. Mark chapter 16. But the reality, this is a command. And this command that he gives us in Mark 16, there is redemption in this command. Salvation for the lost humanity. Wherever and whoever. It is a note that sounded down through these years, but it has never sounded with more urgency than it is right now. Amen. Because the reality is, those of us who really want to be honest, we'll have to be honest and look, our world, something wrong with this world. We've been preaching for a long time that Jesus is coming back. And somebody is even asking the Lord, when are you coming back? Because, Lord, it's too much trouble in this world. But the reality, somebody sitting here listening to me right now, you're saying, well, Reverend, you're right. I've been here that a long time. One day he coming back. He told us, rumors and Y'all heard that, didn't you? There will be wars, rumors of wars. There will be pestilences. There will be all kind of things going on just before I come. But have you noticed how bad things have gotten lately? This world is rocking and reeling and staggering like a drunk man. Y'all do know how drunk folk walk, but they don't never. Listen, I ain't always been in the pulpit now.
Come on.
Amen. I can name some of our favorite beverages. But for the sake of preaching the gospel on this morning, we're going to leave them beverages out of here.
All right.
But the reality of the world looks like it's on the verge of a collapse. This world looks like it has lost its direction. And even now, you look at this world, everybody want to do what they want to do.
That's right.
No more morals. I do what I'm big and bad enough to do. You can't tell me what I can't do.
Amen.
That's what I heard people say, even in church.
Amen.
You just a preacher. Yeah, I heard that. You just a man like I am. You put your pants on the same way I do. One leg at a time and a zip in the front.
Come on.
I'm trying not to hurt nobody's feelings, but the reality is we are living in a fallen world.
All right.
But the reality is, because the gospel will tell you this. This is what Jesus says in Mark 15:8. These people honor me with their lips, but he says their hearts. Come on, I'm going to speak with the young folk. See, because the young folk know that in order for somebody somebody to get next to them, they got to get into